Hey Goddess, welcome back to Goddess State, where our divinity speaks for itself. Today we're talking about motion and momentum and how it is the key to your success. If you're someone who waits for the perfect moment to do something, maybe you're waiting for clarity or confidence or proof that the thing that you want to do is going to work. This episode is going to make you realize that motion is the proof and that nothing moves in your life unless you do. I want to remind you, you have permission to push, not in a hustle culture or busy work kind of way, busy for the sake of being busy. No. Pushing yourself in the you deserve to feel in your power kind of way. It's a reminder that you are already ready as you are. We're going to be talking about physics, yes, but also what it means to move with fear, doubt, perfectionism, and keep going anyways. Because the only way that you actually miss your magic or you fail at something is by not showing up. So if you've been holding your breath, second guessing your next step, or thinking that you need a 10-step plan before you take action, no. You need to move even if it's messy, especially if it's messy. So let's get into it. Momentum is magnetic. Energy can't support what's not in motion. The second you make a move, any move, you give the universe something to respond to. You wake up your own power and you stop being invisible to the very thing that you keep claiming you want. A woman who moves is a woman who is seen. So don't think of going faster. Think about moving with intention. Your goal can be showing up today just to be of service. It can be showing up because you're wearing a beautiful outfit and you want to share that with the world. Have an intention and then allow your voice to shake within that. Show up even if the vanity metrics are not giving you what you wish they were. Even if you're the only one clapping for yourself. Motion is a signal and it's louder than confidence. It literally says, I'm here, I'm ready, look at me, let's get the fuck to work. Stop waiting to be chosen or waiting for the perfect moment. Act like you've already been picked. You are already on earth. Your mission is already full throttle. Like you're here, you're doing this thing. Like wake up. A game changer is realizing that clarity comes through action. We think that we have to have it all figured out before we begin. But the only way out of overthinking is through doing. Doing is the cheat code. If you are confused and you're waiting for clarity, movement is your antidote. Start the thing, say the words, post the post, build the offer. Take the walk, call the shot, switch up your energy. It doesn't have to be perfect. And even your idea of perfection is someone else's idea of half-assed. What I love about moving when you don't feel that you're ready is that you get real-time data as to where you're at. If you are more skilled and advanced than you thought you were. Or you'll realize very quickly if you are severely lacking in a skill that you actually thought you already mastered. Movement will awaken you to yourself. And the more you move, the more momentum you gain. It's like momentum keeps compounding. I remember a creator once saying that he doesn't like making a YouTube video every week. He has to make one every day because making one once a week seems harder. And I was like, ooh, that's momentum speaking. You don't want to be in this stop-go energy. It's so much harder to bring an object to move when it's at rest than if it were to just keep moving. And sometimes it's not all about your mindset, it's truly that your nervous system is stuck in a loop. And that is a body issue. Your nervous system doesn't feel safe. So if this sounds like you probably freeze, you spiral, you scroll, you compare, you shrink. And that's what it means to be stuck in a survival loop. So you want to regulate through rhythm. And you can start with gentle, honest movement that doesn't have to be for anyone else other than yourself. Even if it's just taking a small, short walk around the block. Small moves shift big energy. Even doing that can completely alter the timeline that you're on. This quantum world is really, truly magical because even if you decide to drink out of a blue cup versus a pink cup, you are creating parallel realities. But that's an episode for another time. Take one action that reminds you that you're alive, and you can even make it something like totally unhinged that you would never do on a daily. Especially if you're in freeze mode or if you're in this nervous system loop. Like pattern interrupt, do something different. Actually reignite the spark for life again. I want you to imagine that when you're in motion, your spirit guides are watching everything that you do. Another way that people put this is like, imagine that you were on your couch right now and you had a reality TV crew filming your day. Would you be happy about it? Well, this is actually real. It's your spirit guides are watching you, your highest self is watching you, your future self is currently watching you. And you begin to merge with all of these selves, the more aware you become and the more present in this moment you become. You get more signs, more synchronicities, more divine communication. You know what path to take. You know what actions to create. You don't have to wait for any signs. You are the sign. But if you don't believe in yourself, it's hard to really believe that you are the sign. So if you're someone who does want divine guidance, I just recently asked my spirit guides for a sign and it was so beautiful. You can say to your spirit team, I'm torn between these two options. I really want to do this and I really want to do that. If I should do this thing over here in the next 3 days, I want to see blank. And if that's not the right path for me, in the next 3 days, show me this instead. I promise you, it is going to become abundantly clear what actions you need to be taking. So give yourself that 3-day grace period of getting your sign, and then you gotta move. I really want to drive this idea home that a woman in movement is immune to her own illusions. You start realizing very fucking quickly that perfectionism can't survive movement. Perfectionism dies in the doing, but it feeds on the pause. It thrives on waiting, but the second you stay in motion, you take your power back. Messy action beats mental rehearsals every time. Technically, you're already a fully actualized being. You're literally divinity, just having a human experience. So some would say, well, what's the point in even taking action at all? And trust me, this is a thought loop that has kept me spinning for a very long time. Because I'm like, well, why write the song? Why create the business? Why do anything, right? My imagination is so colorful and so wonderful. I'm already having the time of my life up in here, up in the clouds. The point is, you came to Earth. You came to ground your imagination into reality. You can have spirit babies in your mind, but don't you want to hold them in the physical? That's the point of birthing creation. You can write the most beautiful song in your mind, but don't you want to play it out into the sphere where other people now can dance to your beautiful magic? The point is relationships. The point is connecting. It is co-creating magic together. Let your actions be a B+. Done is better than perfect. And done is a higher frequency than delayed. Another thing I want you to remember is that motion is medicine. The body naturally wants to move. We are not stagnant beings. Movement is how you process. It's how you shake off shame. It's how you access your power, and it's how you instantly shift your state of being. If you can't change your mind, change your body. Depression is literally deep rest. Deep rest from being this incredible creative creator being. Like, you were here, put on this planet to create. So if you're feeling heavy, dance. If you're feeling overwhelmed, go for a walk. If you're feeling anxious, shake. Let your body lead when your mind feels lost. Because your body talks. It knows what to do. Creation requires kinetic energy. Creativity isn't all cute and butterflies and rainbows. It is chaos and color and courage. And it shows up when you start moving. You want to stay in flow and in motion for the spark. There's no waiting for inspiration or waiting for the perfect idea. It'll come to you in the most random moments too, when you're like doing the dishes or preparing your meal for the day. Action is what turns on the creativity faucet. And there's this saying where it's like the creativity faucet has to run dry first of all the shit that's going to come out of it. So don't be discouraged if you're not Mozart right off the bat. In quantum physics, attention affects reality, but movement is the accelerator. So it's one thing to be like, oh, I'm just going to focus all of my attention into this one spot right here. However, what's going to happen from that? You're just giving a lot of mental energy to whatever it is that you're looking at. That is not what affects change. I'm all for manifesting and visualizing and calling in the right identity to be able to even take the right actions necessary to manifest your dream life. But the key ingredient here is the action part. This is why I love method acting. Like, create the identity through visualization and then become the person who your future self already is. How does she think? How does she feel? How does she speak, look, act? That version of you that you love, that you have on a pedestal, what daily actions is she taking? Your current energy in motion becomes your future in form. When you start behaving like her, when you start acting like it's already yours, reality starts rearranging to match that frequency, that self-actualized frequency. This is timeline technology, so use it. You are born to be in rhythm. You're not a robot. You're not here to be stagnant. You're a cycle, a season, a whole damn ecosystem in human form. And motion is what keeps you connected to that. Yes, of course, we're going to have slower months. We're going to have sped up ones. But you are not a statue, goddess. You are a storm, a stream, a sacred current. Rhythm is your natural state of being. So rest and rise. Move and pause. Feel and act. Find your own tempo and flow in the cycles. Rigid routines and stillness as self-sabotage is no longer your truth. You want to be inspired, you need to start because the muse finds you mid-motion. And you are your own muse. The muse doesn't show up when you're scrolling and stalling. She shows up when you're already halfway in the dance. That's when the magic drops in. Your genius arrives when you've already begun. So stop waiting for the light bulb and light the damn match. Now, if you're someone who's completely overwhelmed and you don't know where to start small. In this day and age, with attention spans being so short, it is so easy to be distracted. When you're juggling 10 tabs in your brain or 40 tabs on your actual computer, starting can feel like a luxury. But bring it down to earth. Pick one thing that you can commit to today. For me, this was recording a podcast. And if I get this done, which I will start another micro task, like maybe sending out an email. And if I get that done, then I will record one piece of content. And you see how as soon as you take an action, your actions create momentum and everything compounds. Your job is not to master the to-do list with 30 things on it all today. Your job is to shift your energy out of that nervous system loop, to activate the quantum field and showing the universe that you are someone worth paying attention to in an energetic sense. I want you to imagine that every time you take action and you move, you become this like brighter light or a star that the universe actually sees. And you obviously can't take action if you don't even know what you're working towards. So this is where building a brand, creating your brand world is so important. This is what I help my clients do in my Spotlight membership. I also just opened up a mentorship, which is called Diamond. So make sure that you DM me Diamond on IG if you want to join that. But let one small act today be enough. And watch how quickly you want to do the second act. Whatever it is that you're sitting on, move because you're already ready. You can't only move when you're receiving external rewards, validation, accolades, attention from the external. Because then you're externalizing your power, and whenever you take action and those things are not being reflected back to you, you'll just dead stop. So you want to be the person who validates themselves. Who knows? Their mission is so much larger than one simple action. Because whenever you take action, it's like the puzzle pieces start to come together to reveal yourself to you. And you start realizing all of the anchor points in your journey that had to happen to create you. Like that one product that you created 3 months ago that you thought was just a fluke now becomes your core philosophy. Or it has evolved to be something entirely different, but it was all revealed to you through action. You need to be okay being perceived very differently by a plethora of people. You need to be okay being perceived as a non-expert, being perceived as weird. Everyone has to climb cringe mountain. The way that I'm able to graciously move through these moments where I'm not like this fully self-actualized being, I don't know if we actually ever attain it until we die, to be honest. But if I'm not where I want to be, and I'm looking at myself maybe recording this podcast episode, and I'm like, if I had like so many resources and so much time in the world, and I was exactly where I wanted to be, maybe I would have this giant podcast studio set up with these beautiful lights and this cinematic quality. I can't wait to juxtapose this video to future me being in this huge multi-million-dollar setup because I know that's the end goal. I'm holding such a strong vision for what I want my life to be. And I know this is a necessary step in my journey towards getting me there. So can you look at every action you take today, not through the lens of discouragement or apathy that you're not where you want to be, but as breadcrumbs to creating the version of you you already know yourself to be inside. It's about living out the 3D so that you finally get there because you are already perfect in your mind, in your imagination. Now ground that into reality. Show us who you are. Let us experience the divine self that you are in your mind. And let us experience it as you build in public. Because that highest version of you, she's not waiting. She's moving. She's making bold moves, taking bold action, being audacious as fuck. So go meet her today by embodying one thing that she would do if she was in your life right now. Your personality creates your personal reality. So shift the way you think, feel, speak, look, and act so that you can merge with your quantum self. So you got this. Let's stay in motion, and I will see you for the next episode. Wait, before you go, I have a gift for you. I'm giving away my Social Star Planner, which is the exact Notion system I use to plan, script, and organize every piece of content that has helped me build a brand past 500,000 followers online. You'll get access to a content calendar, caption and hook banks, video script templates, and so much more. I normally charge for this, but I'm sending it to you completely free as a thank you gift for supporting the Goddess State podcast. All you have to do is leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Take a screenshot and DM me the words social star on Instagram. I'll send you the link to upload your screenshot, and then you'll get instant access to the Social Star Planner. You'll also get access to our Social Stars community on Telegram, where creators like you are building global brands. So just DM me Social Star on Instagram to unlock it. I can't wait to hear how this podcast has supported you. It's time to get visible as fuck.